It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Commanders and the Bills, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo.
Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. But there aren't too many guys who can. At the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That is into the hands of Coleman downfield. He's to the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman, 76 yards. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
One play in the end zone on a long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline, and my coach said, so what did a scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not get that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? Now, I should say, covered well.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot.
And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And the tendency for guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Here's Daniels. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Daniels.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Allen.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
3rd and 3.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Skirts by him at the 35. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
He gets it to Thomas.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Open man is Juwan Jennings.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Up the middle, it's Cook. Fighting through, and he's got space.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They run again on first down. Cook, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Shakir hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
They run it again with Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
To the air goes Daniels.
4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Now a give, running left is Harris. Down to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. To throw is Daniels.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1.
Washington with a foot. Quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Daniels looking to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. From the 23, here's the 2nd down and 6.
Back to throw. Daniels. And this is incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal.
This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So an 8-play drive gets them down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Quick slant to Shakir.
A quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop. So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Allen to throw once more.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Allen now looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Commanders' 14-yard line.
Back to the ground, Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Allen. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit, and then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
The Bills offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
To throw, it's Allen. This is Jennings. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Throwing now is Allen.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 9 now.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Big yardage that time for Washington. 54 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here's Daniels.
And he whips that one incomplete there. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Now Daniels.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.